Repetitive tasks, long notes, scattered updates, sound familiar? That's the reality of modern work. But ClickUp AI changes the way you manage your day. Instead of adding more apps, it integrates into your workflow, helping you automate, summarize, and organize projects and CRM tasks. Today, we'll explore practical ways to let AI work inside your workspace. By the end, you'll see how integrating AI this way can save time and simplify your day. Let's get started. Let us start with something every team deals with: repetitive work. When you manage projects or CRM pipelines, there are always small tasks that repeat again and again. A task moves to the next stage, someone needs a notification. A new lead enters the pipeline, someone needs to assign it. A deadline approaches, a reminder should go out. You can do this manually, but that quickly becomes tiring. So here we use ClickUp automations, and then we connect AI with those workflows. Inside ClickUp, you can create simple rules. For example, when a task moves to qualified lead, then assign it to the sales owner. When a deal status changes to proposal sent, notify the account manager. And then AI watches patterns across these workflows, which helps you automate many small actions that usually interrupt your day. So instead of checking status updates all afternoon, the system quietly handles those steps for you, and you can stay focused on the work that actually needs human thinking. Now let us move to another area where teams spend a lot of time: writing. If you create emails, sales notes, documentation, or CRM updates, you know how often you face the blank page problem. You know what you want to say, but it takes time to structure it clearly. This is where ClickUp Brain works as a writing assistant. Inside a ClickUp doc, you can ask the AI to draft an email, outline a marketing brief, summarize a meeting note, or even create SOP documentation. And because it sits inside your workspace, it understands the context of your project. For example, imagine you manage a CRM pipeline for customer onboarding. You open your project doc, and then you ask ClickUp Brain to generate an onboarding email sequence. The AI can draft the first version, and then you refine the message. So the process becomes faster, yet your voice still guides the final result. Then there is another practical area: visual content. Many teams need quick visuals for presentations, documentation, or blog posts. Usually, this means opening a design tool, searching for stock images, and spending time adjusting layouts. ClickUp brings a simpler path here as well. Inside ClickUp Brain, you can generate images from a text prompt. So if you need a header graphic for a blog post or a concept visual for a presentation, you describe it in a few words. The system produces an image directly inside your workspace. Then your team can review it right there. ClickUp Proofing allows teammates to comment directly on the design, so feedback becomes clear and centralized. No scattered email threads and no file version confusion. Now let us talk about project visibility, which is another area where AI becomes helpful. When a project grows, it becomes difficult to track everything. You have tasks, subtasks, comments, updates, and deadlines across many people. And sometimes the hardest part is simply understanding the current status. ClickUp Brain can summarize project activity for you. You can ask it to generate a quick project recap. It will scan tasks, updates, and documents in your workspace, and then produce a summary of what is happening. This becomes very useful during weekly reviews or leadership updates. So instead of opening 30 tasks to understand progress, you ask the AI for a quick status overview. And it can also highlight risks. For example, if tasks fall behind schedule or dependencies look uncertain, the AI may surface those signals early. That gives you time to adjust before a project slows down. Now let us address meetings, which many teams struggle with. Meetings produce valuable discussions, yet they also create long notes and chat threads. Later, someone needs to find action items inside that conversation. ClickUp introduces an AI note taker that helps here. When you bring it into a meeting, the system records the conversation, creates a transcript, and extracts key action items. Then those actions can turn into tasks inside your workspace. So instead of rewriting notes after every call, the important decisions already sit inside your task list. And if a discussion thread becomes too long, ClickUp Brain can summarize it. The same applies to chat conversations. With AI Catch-up, you can quickly review what your team discussed without scrolling through hundreds of messages. Now we arrive at a more advanced capability inside ClickUp: AI agents. ClickUp has introduced what it calls super agents. These act more like AI teammates than simple assistants. You can assign them to tasks, mention them in comments, or allow them to monitor workflows. Then they can respond when certain conditions appear. For example, an agent may update documents, prepare reports, gather research, or send project updates. And because it works continuously in the background, many operational steps happen without manual input. This becomes powerful for CRM pipelines as well. A lead enters your system, documentation updates automatically, and notifications reach the right people, so the workflow becomes smoother and more predictable. Now we should also speak honestly about AI limitations. AI systems still require human judgment. Sometimes they may produce incorrect information, or summaries may miss subtle context. Privacy remains an important concern for many organizations. So the healthy approach is simple. Let AI handle repetitive work and first drafts, yet always review important decisions yourself. When you use it this way, AI becomes a productivity partner rather than a replacement for your thinking. And one more interesting point about ClickUp is the flexibility of its AI models. Inside ClickUp Brain, you can access models from Anthropic through Claude, models from Google through Gemini, and also models from OpenAI through ChatGPT. So your workspace can pull intelligence from multiple systems without forcing you to switch between separate tools. And that idea brings us to the main takeaway. AI becomes far more useful when it lives inside your workflow. That's the approach ClickUp is trying to build with its unified workspace. So if you want to explore these features yourself, you can start with a free account and test how AI interacts with your tasks and CRM pipeline. And once you see how automation, writing assistants, meeting summaries, and AI agents work together, the real benefit becomes clear. That was all. Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe for more.